everyone, I'm Mary Bensel and welcome to At the Van Wezel. I'm very glad to be here with Julia Mays, our marketing director and my partner on the show. But we do want to thank a couple of people that have worked on the show we don't thank enough, and that is our great producers and cameramen and editors, and I think they do a great job. John,
we love them so much.
Yes, Miles Larson and John Knopper, we want to thank you guys, and
they make our job so easy.
And you know how they do that? Because they have a reel of bloopers, and they threaten us every time with that reel.
I knew it. I knew it.
I'm like, oh no. But no, they really do a superb job, and they do a great job. They film a lot of things around the city and to do, you know, at the city commission, everything that's on the cameras they do. And so we're really grateful to these wonderful guys that have been really special in our lives. And then we'll just jump right in and say some new shows that have gone on sale since we were with you last. And Diana Ross, of course, is coming on September 11th.
Yes, I'm so excited about her coming back.
I am too.
And there's been rumors about a new album, or in the studio she is again.
Oh, really?
Looking like 2014, but no can't get any confirmation. So.
Oh, well, you're more in the in than I am. But anyway, Diana Ross sings all of her hits, and she's incredible to see on stage. You know, you don't often have living legends, you know.
I know.
We were in New York, and we saw the new Broadway show, Motown, and of course it's about her and Smokey Robinson and Berry Gordy, and, you know, and the show was great, and no questions about it, but we have the real people here.
We got the real stars.
The real stars.
So the real Diana Ross will be here.
The real Diana Ross will be here September 11th, and she is, you know, I think I just fell in love with her back when she sang Lady Sings the Blues and Mahogany, and oh, you know, and then all those hits. But we also put on sale Rodney Atkins, which is a great country artist.
Yes, and he's got a guest with him also, Frankie Ballard. I've heard him several times. I'm not that familiar with him, but his music sounds wonderful.
You mean Frankie Ballard?
Frankie Ballard, and of course Rodney Atkins is phenomenal. I
had him on the in the office the other day, and he sings so many incredible songs. You know, Farmer's Girl, and I like the one title, I've Got Friends with Tractors.
Yes.
And when's he going to be here,
I might have that on CD somewhere.
When's he going to be with us?
He is going to be with us on Friday, November 1st.
And he's also probably going to sing Take a Back Road, which was a big hit for him. And so we're really thrilled to have, you know, from Nashville and all those great country stars, to have Rodney Atkins, who really is a younger country star. So I'm thrilled to have him coming. Yeah. And then, of course, Celtic Thunder is going to be here with their new show called Mythology, and that's here on November 15th, and that's on sale. And then this is a show that's so near and dear to your heart. I bet you remember everything on this one.
Yes.
The Inevitable tour.
Alton Brown.
Alton Brown. Yeah. So what's he going to do,
Julia? It's going to be fun. He's going to include the audience. He's going to do, I don't know if anybody's seen the commercials. We've had them out there. Food Network has their Food Network stars going on right now, and we have a couple commercials in there. And he's kind of going to play the scientist, where he kind of invents some food. And he's also going to have audience participation, and you should bring your raincoat. If not, they will serve them at the door.
Well, I think only the first 3 rows.
It's the first 3 rows?
Yeah, the first 3 rows. Okay. I mean, this isn't Gallagher. This is Alton Brown, you know.
Very reserved.
But yeah, so what kind of food are you going to invent?
Oh, I don't know. He's quite the scientist. He likes the neutral. He likes the natural foods, and he kind of tells you about the chemistry that goes into it. And
maybe you could invent a new flavor of ice cream.
I like some old flavors too.
Yes, we know. She goes right for the coffee ice cream every time. I, on the other hand, always vanilla or mint chocolate chips, you know. So now you've got us down if you want to buy us something at Friday Fest.
Yeah.
And then we have all of our Broadway shows, orchestras, and dance performances on sale for subscriptions, but Mamma Mia, which is one of my favorite musicals of all time, is on sale for single tickets, and that's here October 29th and 30th. And this has all the great ABBA songs, and it has an adorable story.
Dancing Queen. Remember, I used to have that on my phone.
You had that on your phone. It used to drive me insane, you know, because it's like never get away from Mamma Mia, you know. But
sometimes we don't want to.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about our Broadway subscription. What is in that package?
Well, on Broadway 1, well, I'm not going to get it all perfect, but we have Man of La Mancha, we have Godspell, we've got Hello Dolly with Sally Struthers, which I'm so excited about because she's just fun.
Absolutely.
And we have
Mamma Mia.
Mamma Mia. We have Memphis. That's a Sarasota premiere.
Yeah, I don't know which of these shows are on what series.
Yeah,
'cause
we're not sure, but they're all...
You can buy the whole
Yes.
package with everything, or you can buy half the first half of the year, the
Yeah.
second half, or you can make your own subscription, pick out 4 shows and make your own mini subscription.
Which is great.
And then
we
we have
Million Dollar Quartet, which is one of the fabulous shows that we saw in New York,
Oh, it's
as well
great.
as Memphis. But
Yeah, and Million Dollar Quartet, of course, is about a famous night
Yep.
at Sun Records with Elvis Presley and Carl Perkins and Jerry Lee Lewis and Johnny Cash when they got together. And there was a little infighting there at times,
yeah,
you know.
Sun Records, right?
Yes, Sun Records. And then we have Bring It On, which was the musical, was actually the movie first, the cheerleading. And these people fly up into the air, almost scary to me.
Yeah.
And then American Idiot, which is the
Green
Green
Day's
Day's
American Idiot,
album.
right?
You know,
And
so,
Chicago.
Chicago. They're finally making it here. They were supposed to be here
Yay!
last year, and now they're coming again. But it's one of my favorite musicals as
Yeah,
well. And so
exactly.
we have a lot of great musicals, and we also have a classical series with Long Long
Yeah.
and Josh Bell's orchestra, and the Haifa Symphony. And then for dance, we have Pilobolus, we have Tango Fire, very, very sexy, hot show, and then
Conceptions?
Complexions.
Complexions, sorry.
Complexions, and
We have that also.
no, I'm not doing that. Complexions, which is an outshoot of Alvin Ailey, and then we have, of course, Don Quixote, the ballet, Don Q, where they have one of the most famous pas de deux with the Russian National Ballet. So, and then we'll be announcing a new show, So You Think You Can Dance, which is touring in the United States. So
We're very excited. I think we have a really hot season.
Yeah.
Looking forward to announcing our season.
Yeah, absolutely.
Our
the
full
whole
season,
thing.
which is going to be exciting.
Yeah, we're announcing the full season on right before the brochure will go out September 3rd and 4th, and we have our Sunset Preview Party for subscribers and sponsors. And then the on sale is September 7th, I believe,
Yep,
September
September
7th,
7th and
8th, and 9. And then you'll have, that's where we have huge lines and, you know, but they're happy lines, you know.
They're
and-
happy lines.
Yeah, and then we have a lot more phone operators this year because we are tied into a new ticketing system where you this year will be able to print your tickets at home, which is a kind of
Yay!
neat feature.
So
you know?
not only can you order your tickets online in your jammies that Mary likes to do so much, as we can also print them at home.
And then let's talk about something that really is a fantastic thing here at the Van Wezel, and that is Friday Fest. And we have Friday Fest, we've had 2 of them already, and it was fabulous. It didn't rain, and in all of this rain, we plucked out
We were
little
kind of right
couple-
in the middle of it.
Right little sections of sunshine here at the Van Wezel, and of course we heard from people that it was raining elsewhere. So hopefully the people above will be looking down on us and giving us some sunny weather for the next 2. We have on August 16th, we have Impulse, and they're doing reggae, calypso, you know, wear your Hawaiian shirts, you know, let's make this a party. Come down and
Yeah,
dance. This will be a great
absolutely.
fun. We'll make sure we have some rum drinks and things like that. And then September 20th, we have One Night Rodeo. And this is a country act, and he was so phenomenal last year, and it rained when he was here, so we want to give him a really, really beautiful sunset out on the bay. So please come down to Friday Fest. It's free. Bring your blanket or your chair, and then we have lots of great food to buy. People dance. You can win prizes, and it really makes it a special summer. So we now have a special treat for you. We're going to have Stephen Brown, who's our technical director, take you on a tour backstage at the Van Wezel and hopefully answer any burning questions you have. And I think that you are going to have a great time because now we don't have a show here today, but you know, many times it's full of scenery and things like this, but you get to see backstage at the Van Wezel where the magic is.
Hi, I'm Steve Brown. I'm the Technical Director and Facility Manager at the Van Wezel Performing Arts Hall, and welcome to my theater. This building was originally conceived in 1964 when the city created a bond issue to create a performing arts center and a new city hall and some other facilities. It finally got underway in '68 and was built in 1969 at a cost of about $2.5 million. For those who don't know where the name Van Wezel came from, the funding was about $400,000 short, and so they went to the Van Wezel family and asked them to provide the balance, and they did, and they put their name on the hall. Mr. Van Wezel was a diamond merchant, I believe, from New York, who had retired down here and was a big part of the community. This building was designed by architects from the Taliesin Foundation, which is Frank Lloyd Wright's foundation. He had already died by then. His widow was still alive, though, and she had a big part of the design. She found a couple of shells in the Sea of Japan, and the shape and color of those shells is what brought us to the shape of our roof and the color of the building, the big purple building that everybody knows. And everybody that's on tour that comes through here, they know the building, and they say, "Have I ever been there before?" And I say, "Remember the big purple building?" "Oh yeah, Sarasota, I remember that." So it's a well-known landmark in the business. In 2000, the Van Wezel was renovated. The old shape and size was just not adequate anymore for the kinds of touring shows that were going out. And so the city spent $20 million in enlarging and expanding both the stage and the rest of the building. Added about 25,000 square feet. The grand foyer, where we hold many events downstairs, was pushed out 16 feet. The stage was increased about 20 feet, both back and up, allowing us to put in the big sets for the big shows. We got a loading dock with 3 doors. We got more bathrooms. We got elevators. We had all kinds of the whole administrative and education wing. Those were all added. So it was a huge undertaking. It was still done by the Taliesin Foundation, the same architects. The lead architect on the renovation was one of the design architects on the original building. So there was a great deal of continuity in the design. And in fact, when the funding ran short originally in '69, they had to cut back on the design. It got shortened a little bit. And in the renovation, they were able to expand it back out to the original design, where you could really see the seashell shape of the roof and other aspects of the building that were part of the original vision. Of course, the hall never stays the same. We have been doing a number of upgrades over the years. The most recent one, and the most obvious to people, is in 2011, we completely replaced all the seats. The original seats had been here since 1969. They had been reupholstered, but they had long passed their useful life. We went with a company that had also provided seats for the Kennedy Center and other performing arts halls. And in the process, we gained 25 seats, which helps a great deal in the revenue for the hall and in being able to book larger shows. And we did that without changing the width of the seats. The same kinds of widths are still here in the theater. Nobody got a more narrow seat than before. But that was a big important thing. We've also had a new sound system. The year before that, we put in a new Meyer line array sound system with a new sound console. We're going to be upgrading the lighting system this coming year with moving lights and a new console, things that are really just required now and people expect them in productions. The first thing that happened was, since I've been here in 7 years, was the new marquee out at 10th Street and Tamiami Trail that everybody sees when they come in. We've done other things behind the scenes, like redoing our orchestra lift and replacing the old hydraulics with an electrical system, and other kinds of mechanical systems, things that nobody ever sees. But it's an ongoing process for a building that's 40 years old and sitting right by the bay and all of the salt water. It takes a lot to maintain it. Well, we're up on the stage now, and this is where all the magic happens. It's the part that most people never see. We have 6 electrics that we normally have hung that we use for a lot of shows, but we're always moving them around. Every show has a different look, and so we have a large inventory of instruments that we put up. Some shows bring their own lights, and we hang those. We have a large contingent of very able stagehands that are part of the International Alliance of Theatrical Stage Employees, the IA, Local 412. And we have 8 of them on our house crew who are our regular folks. And then we bring in others as needed to fill out the crew. We've had as many people as 80 on this stage putting in a big show, like Les Mis, for example, last year. Had a huge crew for 2 days to put the show in, and even bigger to take it back out again, because we do these things very quickly. The stage, as I said, was expanded in 2000. It is now 30 by 60, proscenium, 60 feet wide, 30 feet high. It goes back about 50 feet, goes up 70 feet, and we have 78 battens. These are battens. 78 pipes like this that we hang all the scenery on, take things up and down, and they're spaced every 6 inches, so we can do just about anything we need to do in terms of production here. One of the other innovations that we've done in the hall when we put in the new seats is included a hearing loop system, which means that people with hearing aids can hear the sound coming through the speakers, but through the T-coil in their hearing aid, just like they're wearing their own personal headset, which is a great innovation and has been a huge hit with our hearing impaired audience members. That also is on top of the infrared system that we've always had here, as well as the fact that the building is completely ADA compliant. Some people talk about the continental seating as being sort of confining, but the ADA actually suggests using continental seating in theaters. We can empty this theater in 3.5 minutes. We practice that with the ushers every year because all you have to do is stand up and head for one side or the other. There's no decisions to be made about aisles or anything like that, and we can get everybody out of the lobbies in 3.5 to 4 minutes. As part of the renovation, we expanded the stage and this loading dock area, which did not exist before. We have 3 doors, which means we can load or unload 3 semi-trucks at a time, which in the case of large shows is invaluable. For example, a show like Mamma Mia or Les Mis will have 7, 8, 9, 10 trucks coming in that all have to be unloaded to bring all the equipment, scenery, lighting, costumes, everything that goes with the show has to be brought out of those trucks. Most of the shows we do all this in one day. A show will come in, say like Cats or any of those kinds of musicals, all the musical shows that come through. They pull up here at 8 o'clock in the morning. The stagehands unload the trucks. We set it up. By the afternoon, we're checking the sound and focusing the lighting. We take a break for dinner. We've also had a break for lunch. We take a break for dinner, and then we do the show at 8 o'clock. As soon as the show is over, we take it all down, put it all back on the trucks. We're done by midnight, 1 o'clock, and off they go to do the next show. And we come back in the next morning to do the next one here at the Van Wezel. Well, this is the stage right dressing room, the star dressing room right off the stage, where almost all of the main stars will stay during their visit here. You can see how glamorous it is. It's all appointed with all kinds of fancy curtains and everything, but it's really bare bones like everything in the theater backstage. It's not that much different from the dressing rooms downstairs, other than that it's just closer to the stage. We've keep this room painted a very light color for people like Diana Ross, who have to have white or very light colors behind her when she's doing her makeup. She likes lots of light. But generally that's the case, and most artists, they want to see their makeup and things in real light, and having colored walls behind them and things like that can really throw off their perception of what they look like in getting ready for the stage. This is our green room. This is where we cater all of the meals during the day for shows that come through. As you can imagine, people arrive on buses. They've been traveling overnight from the performance the night before. They come in, they need breakfast, they need lunch, they need dinner, they need a snack before they get back on the bus after the show. And so we have a full service catering department here that is part of Madison's by the Bay. They provide wonderful dinners for our artists while they're here. But we serve up to 30 people or so in this room. We can serve as many as 70 or 80 if we have to by spreading out in other places. For example, when Les Mis loaded out, we had 70 people on the crew that had to be fed that night because the loadout took all night. So we had to feed a meal in the middle of the night. Another one of the departments that we have is our wardrobe department. As part of that, we have a full laundry. Most often shows have costumes to be cleaned, laundered, ironed, steamed, or they have to send things out to dry clean. That doesn't happen nearly as often. But again, the local union provides wardrobe people that come in and do all of that work. They make repairs, they sew, they, like I said, they take the steamers and make everybody on stage look fantastic. Everybody that's on the road that come here is always thrilled because we have all of this facility, which a lot of theaters don't have. Like I said, up on stage we have 1 star dressing room. Downstairs, where we are now, we have 4 more rooms just like that one. Sometimes the stars like to be downstairs. Bill Cosby likes being down here. That way he's near the catering, and it is a little bit further away from all the noise of the audience and things upstairs. But like I said, we have 4 star dressing rooms. We have 2 medium-sized dressing rooms that'll hold 5 or 6 people. And then we have 2 large chorus rooms like this that are used for chorus members, for dancers, for other members of the company. Downstairs at the Van Wezel is a very confusing place, especially if you're only here for a day and have never been here before. Even if they have been here before, people get lost down here. It's a big circle. So we used to have lots of signs on the wall saying, go here, go there, stage right, stage left. But it got to be very confusing, and people don't read signs anyway. So last year I put down tape on the floor, just like in the hospital, with different colors for different parts of the stage. Red for stage right, blue for stage left, yellow for the dressing rooms, green for the green room. And then if somebody's lost, you can always say, look down, where are you going? Red for right, blue for left, green for green room, yellow for dressing rooms. You can't miss it. This is the first and last door that the artists come through, our stage door, right off the loading dock parking lot. We greet them here with a security guard, and I usually come up and say hello and welcome them to the theater. We're right here on the bay, Sarasota Bay. It's a fabulous place. People that have been coming down from the north during the winter when most of our shows are very happy to be here. Hopefully we can give them good weather. They come out. We sometimes have dolphins going by. They park their buses over there along the water and have a great time the entire time they're in Sarasota.
I really think it's so exciting and interesting backstage, and Steve did a great job showing you some of our dressing rooms and on the stage, how we bring scenery in, and also giving you a little hint about some of the rumors and the myths of backstage at the theater, because we certainly have a lot of superstitions. But we also want to let you know that you can get tickets in different ways. You can call us at 953-3368, or you can go to our website, www.vanwezel.org, or you can come to the box office, and that's a great way to get your tickets. So thank you so much for a great day here at the Van Wezel, and we'll see you next month.